Are you proud of me,
There you go.
Jennifer? Okay, here we go, guys.
All right. You're muted, by the way, Marco.
Thank you.
There we go.
Okay. Do you mind if you park for a while?
That's a great idea. I'd love to park.
Huh?
Well, Marty, I'm almost 18 years old. It's not like I've never parked before.
What?
Oh, Marty, you seem so nervous. Is there something wrong?
No, Lorraine, what are you doing?
I swiped it from the old lady's liquor cabinet.
Yo, well, you shouldn't drink
Why not?
because you might regret it later in life.
Marty, don't be such a square. Everybody who's anybody drinks. Come on.
Jesus, you smoke too?
Marty, you're beginning to sound just like my mother, okay? God. Marty, why are you so nervous?
Well, Lorraine, geez, that's hard for me to say. Have you ever been in a situation where, well, you know, you have to act a certain way, but when you get there, you don't know if you can go through with it?
You mean like how you're supposed to act with someone on a first date?
Well, sort of.
No, I think I know exactly what you mean.
You do?
And you know what I do in those situations?
What?
I don't worry about it. Oh. Oh, this isn't right. You know what? I don't know what it is, but when I kiss you, something's wrong. It just feels like I was kissing my brother or my father, and I just don't understand it. God, I mean, I don't know what was wrong. I guess that doesn't really make any sense, does it? But it was.
Believe me, it makes perfect sense. Scene.
All right. So, Marco, in this, I need to see you get more and more terrified.
Okay.
Do you know?
Yep.
Do you know what this scene is?
Yep. Finally, it just came to me at the end. That yeah, she's my daughter, right?
No, she's your mother.
Oh, she's my mother. Yeah. Or yeah, she's one of those. Yeah.
Yeah, she's your mom, and this is you've gone back in time, and now she's your age.
Yep. Okay. Now, yeah.
Yeah. So, Roxy, by the way, is not coming, you guys. So, everybody come back for a second, please. I'm so sorry about this. It's very upsetting. So I'm going to put Andy and Kenneth together. I don't know where Noelle is, but you're going to do Blow as well, okay?
Okay.
Okay, guys. Okay. So, what I'm going to ask you to do now, I'm going to ask Marco to be the casting director, and you're going to have your camera turned off, and you're going to feed the lines to Jennifer, okay? Now, this is a technique I've been wanting to teach you guys for quite a while. This is a technique that's really starting to happen now on when they're asking for you to do Zoom online auditions. You have to really think, how is this character that you're reading with? You've got to hear it in their head, how they're talking to you. Does that make sense? In other words, you've got to go through the script and then imagine how in real life this person would be talking to you. And you're just looking at a camera and there's nobody there. So I want you guys to start to get this kind of technique going so you know how to work it. Does that make sense? for all of you. So I'm gonna have Marco I'll turn off our camera. Marco, your camera will be turned off. Jennifer, you imagine, and this, I want you to really be very flirty with him. Do you know what I mean? Almost a little risque, you know, he doesn't expect his mother to be this wild.
Okay.
And she's kind of coming on to him just a bit.
Okay.
So think for a moment, and maybe you guys, we can help her. How can we on camera illustrate physically coming on to someone who's not there? And this is important for you guys with women, and Jennifer, for you as a woman. What if you're reading with another woman or another man? And same with you guys. You might be having a casting director or reader who's a man reading a girl's part. It's pretty tough. So I want you to imagine for a moment, how do you think we could, within the limitations of Zoom at this point, show physically or with our face or our body that we're coming on? Let's think about that for a second. Or flirting, or any ideas?
You could like play with your hair a little bit and stuff like that. Like always trying to look pretty or seductive, like with anything you say, things like that.
You could also have a little pocket mirror. You know what I mean?
Mm.
I don't think particularly in this scene might be too much, but maybe she takes out a little perfume, you know, and stretches, Marty, you know, kind of showing herself a little bit to him. Any other ideas? Well, obviously you guys haven't been with women who have been flirting with you, have you? Thank you. Stephen's the only one. Danny, I'm disappointed. Andy, Marco,
I was
Kenneth.
gonna say strip naked, but that's pushing it, I think.
Just a little bit.
That may be your fantasy, Danny. You know, maybe stretch this way too. Maybe,
Flicker your eyelashes.
oh, you mean like this?
Yeah, lipstick, put lipstick on. maybe.
Definitely lipstick, or even, you know, yeah. Well, now she has a drink, right? That you stole.
Mhm.
That's a great idea. You know, one of the things, you know, you rub your hand around the top of it, or, you know, you might
Sip
put
it
some rum in
seductively.
Sip it. Well, show us, Andy. How do you sip seductively?
Oh, come on. All right.
Well, no, I'm serious. I mean, that's a good one. Do you?
Me and my big mouth. Okay.
No, but maybe you, yeah, show us. Maybe you,
Well, yeah, the cup's gonna get in the way, but like, I don't think I did it. Yeah.
no, that's okay. No, that's good, Andy.
But you get the idea.
Yeah, maybe with the tongue, you know, around it, because she's wild. You know, this girl is not his, you know, mother, who's totally, you know, middle class, totally, he doesn't even think of her romantically. So I want you guys to think about, now, what about you guys? If you're not in your scene, I know, flirting with someone at this point, but what if you were? I want you to, I guess here's my thing. Look at your scripts for a minute, okay, that I've assigned you. And Kenny and Andy, decide which role you're playing. Kenny, turn your mic back on, sweetheart. Decide which role you're playing. And how would you guys, I want you guys to think of physical actions. Marco, you as well. Because maybe it's, you got to defend yourself a little bit of, you know, or you shield your eyes, or, you know, oh God, you drink. Do you know what I mean, Marco? So that the casting director can see you really react. That's what I'm trying to do with this class. I want action, reaction physically tonight, okay? Bear with me on it, but you'll thank me in the long run. Look at your sides. Andy and Kenneth, do you know which role you want to play?
No.
We'll pick a role. Andy, are you in Blow? Can you pick a role?
I can be Diego.
That's good for you, actually, yeah. Kenneth, can you be the other character?
Diego and George. The other one's George, right? Because
George.
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
I guess there's the Caesar, but
Here it says Caesar?
I think Caesar only has one line at the top.
Yeah, forget that. Well, can I go over that with you guys? When you see another character's line in the middle of an audition, absorb it into your own lines. Okay? If it's another male, absorb it into your lines. If it's a female, absorb it into your lines. Now, let's just say it's Harry, when Harry met Sally, and Jennifer, the waitress, comes over, and she's talking to the waitress, and so does Harry. Harry says, "I'll have blah, blah, blah." And the waitress says, "And miss, what will you have?" Just absorb it into your own lines, and I'll have, or you absorb it by saying, excuse me, she's going to want, do you see what I'm saying? Always, you can absorb that action and that person into your thing. And casting directors really like that.
You don't mean say the line, you mean just like act as if someone had just said the line?
No, if there is, what is the first line? Kenneth, what did you see? Caesar, what? No, yes, yes and no. Yes, you can. But what I'm talking about now is saying the line. So Kenneth, what's the first line there that you saw?
first line, George, don't touch me.
And then what's your line, Kenneth?
Oh no, no, first line, Caesar's line is, welcome, my friend. It's been a long time.
Okay, so in that particular instance, start where it says character begins talking. Don't forget about the line before it, okay?
Okay.
Because that's from another scene. But if you're in a scene and somebody says waitress, and the waitress has a line, excuse me, ma'am, sir, what would you like? You absorb that line by saying, I think we need to order, the lady would like. Does that make sense to you, Danny? That's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
as if they had said the line to me.
Exactly. Thank you,
Okay.
Danny. And sometimes I even say the line. Does that make sense? As the character, if it works,
Yeah,
if it makes a good segue. I suppose you're thinking blah, blah, blah. If another character says, well, what time is it? I suppose you're thinking what time it is, or you wonder what time it is. That's what I mean. Because a lot of times within these scenes, the casting director can't take out the little lines, but they still want you to do the scene. Usually they'll check it out with boxes. Do you know what I mean? So that you don't get too confused. Okay, any questions on that? All right, let's start. So Jennifer, you're going to talk to Marco. Stephen, you're going to go next with your scene, because I know you're pretty wiped out here.
So I'm going to hide myself and act like I'm just the casting director.
Yes, and Jennifer's going to be big on the scene.
So I'll be a bit more flat as a casting director.
You can do whatever you want, Marco. I'm going to let you make that choice. You can give her a little bit. I think in this scene she needs a little bit.
So I'm supposed to act like a casting director and not as Marty, right? A casting director reading as Marty and not be Marty. Is that correct?
Is that your name? No, you're playing the guy.
So yeah, do I play the guy or do I act like a casting director just reading for Jennifer?
I want you to play the guy, but not too big.
Okay.
Because you are like a casting director, but I don't want you to read it quite as dead yet. We'll get there, but not yet. There you go. All right, here we go.
Okay. Do you mind if you park for a while?
That's a great idea. I'd love to park.
Huh?
Well, Marty, I'm almost 18 years old. It's not like I've never parked before.
What?
Marty, you seem so nervous. Is there something wrong?
No, Lorraine, what are you doing?
Come on, I just swiped it from the old lady's liquor cabinet.
Well, you shouldn't drink
Why not?
because you might regret it later in life.
Marty, don't be such a square. Come on. Everybody who's anybody drinks.
Jesus, you smoke too?
Marty, you're beginning to sound just like my mother. Okay? Marty, why are you so nervous?
Well, Lorraine, geez, that's hard for me to say. Have you ever been in a situation where, well, you know, you have to act a certain way, but when you get there, you don't know if you can go through with it?
You mean like how you're supposed to act on a first date?
Well, sort of.
You know,
Uh,
actually, I think I know exactly what you mean.
you do?
And you know what I do in those situations?
What?
I don't worry about it.
Hey, get off me.
Oh,
Hey,
you know, this isn't right. I don't know what it is, but like when I kiss you, there's just something really wrong. It feels like, I don't know, it's just like I was kissing my brother or my father or something. I don't really understand it. It's just wrong. And I don't know if that makes any sense. I hope it does.
believe me, it makes perfect sense.
Good. Jennifer, can you do me a favor? Can you do I just for me, I want to see it. What if you kiss towards the camera and then just so I can show you. You kiss toward, I don't know if it'll work, but you kiss towards the camera and then you, oh, do you know what I'm saying? Because you
Kinda
kissed
like-
this way and I missed it all.
Like going in.
No, no,
like-
I'm not seeing you. You gotta, and then, oh, because that's a great moment. And we're missing it. You're going down here and the other time you went here. Do you know what I mean? Can you just do it from there? Oh,
Kind of like a,
yeah.
oh, like
Yes.
that? Okay.
Yes. I think it's a lot funnier. And so try it just that one little bit. Hold on.
Let me pull up.
Wait a minute. Let me get out of here. All right. Try it. I think it's a lot funnier.
Okay.
Give her the line, Marco.
Okay.
Can we start from just like, and you know what I do in those situations?
Yeah, I was
Okay,
gonna
well,
start
that
there.
seems better than just what. Okay. And you know what I do in those situations?
What?
I don't worry about it.
Hey,
Oh,
get off me.
oh no. This isn't right. Okay. I don't know what this is or what it is, but when I kiss you, it was just like something was really wrong. It almost feels like, I don't know, like I was kissing my brother or my father, or you know what? I just don't understand it, but I know it's wrong. And I don't even know if this makes any sense, but I hope it does because ugh.
Believe me, it makes perfect sense.
So just one other thing I want to add there for you, Jennifer. You still went down.
Oh, okay. I can't see myself.
I know. So when you do it, keep your chin up like that.
Okay.
Other thing I think that would be really funny for you to do in the scene, you did a beautiful little thing where you pulled down that and you zipped it open. I would take out your lipstick,
Okay. I'm definitely gonna need props because
right?
I don't have anything, but I will.
And then this. You know, which is usually like she's blotting her lipstick so she doesn't get it all over him. Do you know what I mean? That would be very cute. So when you get scenes like this, you guys, think of little physical things that you can do that will make you much better than the average person just reading the lines. That's what I want. It was a very good job, Jennifer. So
Okay.
now you're going to turn off your camera and you're going to work with Marco.
All right. Sounds good.
Where's Marco? There he
I'm
is.
hither.
Hither. So I hope you think of some physical things, Marco.
Okay. Do you mind if you park for a while?
That's a great idea. I'd love to park.
Huh?
Well, Marty, I'm almost 18 years old. It's not like I've never parked before.
What?
Oh, Marty, you seem so nervous. Is there something wrong?
No, Lorraine. Lorraine, what are you doing?
I swiped it from the old lady's liquor cabinet.
Well, you shouldn't drink
And why not?
because you might regret it later in life.
Marty, don't be such a square, okay? Everybody who's anybody drinks.
Jesus, you smoke too?
Marty, you're beginning to sound just like my mother. Marty, why are you so nervous?
Well, Lorraine, geez, that's hard for me to say. Have you ever been in a situation where, well, you have to act a certain way, but when you get there, you don't know if you can go through with it?
You mean like how you're supposed to act with someone on a first date?
Well, sort of.
I think I know exactly what you mean.
You do?
And you know what I do in those situations?
What?
I don't worry about it.
Hey, get off of me.
Oh,
Oh, God.
oh, this isn't right. You know, I don't know what it is, but when I kiss you, something's wrong. It almost feels like I was kissing my brother or my father. I don't understand it, but I know what's wrong. And I guess that doesn't really make any sense, does it?
Believe me, it makes perfect sense. Whew.
Okay. That was really good, Marco, but if you do it so big at the end, it almost looks like you hate her
Okay.
and he's just in shock. I think one of the things could be, you did this towards the end, but oh my God, you drink, you're starting to get hot around the collar. Do you know what I mean? It's like, all right. Then when you do this, it's even funnier. You're building it up physically with from here, oh, to then here, and whoa, wait, I think the horror in your eyes rather than all this would be funny. Wait, no, Lorraine, no. I think it's a funnier thing. So let's try it one more time. Does that
So I'm
make
like a
sense?
teenager, right? Yeah, I'm a teenager acting like a father.
Yeah. What do you mean you're a teenager acting like a father?
No, I'm supposed to be her age, right? I'm Michael J. Fox, practically her age,
Yeah.
but I talk to her like I'm his dad, so which is the
No, you're talking
contrast.
to her like you look as young as she is. But
Correct.
but you're
the way I act.
but yeah, not even that. You're the only one who knows that this is your mother in the future.
Correct. So I
So
reprimand
that's
her.
why even from the beginning, when you go, do you mind if we pull over? You're not thinking about parking in that sense of the word. You
Correct.
just wanted to talk. And then when she goes, well, yeah, it's like, huh? Suddenly it hits you
Correct.
that she's got another idea. All right, here we go.
Do you mind if you park for a while?
That's a great idea. I'd love to
Huh?
park.
Huh?
Well, Marty, I'm almost 18 years old. It's not like I've never parked before.
What?
Let's go back. Marco, do it towards camera.
Yep.
Towards camera. And please don't be, if you're driving that fast, it's taken away. Just, one little thing. Do you mind if we park? You want to talk. And then when she says, yeah, take a beat, let it hit you. What? because it's funny. You're rushing it.
Okay.
You're rushing it.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Okay.
Towards camera. Come on. Gently, soft, just a little slight steering towards camera.
Do you mind if we park for a while?
That's a great idea. I'd love to park.
Huh?
Well, Marty, I'm almost 18 years old. It's not like I've never parked before.
What?
Marty, you seem so nervous. Is there something wrong?
No, Lorraine. Lorraine, what are you doing?
I swiped it from the old lady's liquor cabinet.
Well, you shouldn't drink
And why not?
because you might regret it later in life.
Marty, don't be such a square. Okay, everybody who's anybody drinks.
Jesus, you smoke too?
Marty, you're beginning to sound just like my mother. Marty, why are you so nervous?
Well, Lorraine, geez, that's hard for me to say. Have you ever been in a situation where, well, you have to act a certain way, but when you get there, you don't know if you can go through with it?
You mean like how you're supposed to act with someone on a first date?
Well, sort of.
I think I know exactly what you mean.
You do?
Mhm. And you know what I do in those situations?
What?
I don't worry about it.
Hey, get off of me. Get
This
off
isn't
of me.
right.
Hey.
This isn't right. I don't know what it is, but when I kiss you, something's wrong. It almost feels like I was kissing my brother or my father. And you know what? I just don't understand it. But I know it's wrong. And I guess that just doesn't really make any sense, does it?
Believe me, it makes perfect sense.
Okay, still a little too,
Yes, yeah.
too much pulling back, but you're
Yep.
gonna go into a room and work this with her, okay? I'm
Yeah.
just trying to give you guys a couple of things. Good work. All right, Stephen, come on in. And let me just. All right. There's Stephen, and you're doing this with Danny. Good, good, good.
Danny, who do you want to be?
Diego? I guess?
Sure. Sounds good.
Okay.
Don't touch me.
George, I'm happy to see you. How are you, brother?
No more brothers, Diego.
Why do you say that? You hurt me, George. Of course we were brothers.
You fucked me, Diego.
I did not.
You went behind my back and you cut me out. You fucked me.
No, I would never do that, George. Never.
I talked to Derek.
Well, maybe you're right. Maybe I did betray you a little bit. Yeah. So sad, George. I stole your California connection. So what? Who introduced you to Pablo Escobar? Me. Who introduced you to your fucking Colombian wife? Me. Who protected you when your friend Cesar Rosa wanted to slice your fucking throat? Huh? You make millions. Who made millions and millions of dollars? Who made you $1 million? Who made you millions of dollars? Me. And what do I get in return? This? Accusations? I've always given you everything, George. Always. Oh, but that is over now. This is my operation, my dream. So go home, George. Go back to your stupid little life. You can sell half grams to your fucking relatives for all I care, because you are out. Because you are out, and don't be emotional, George. We're brothers. We are brothers.
Next time it's fucking loaded. Scene.
Ooh, that's intense.
Yeah, there was a typo there that really kind of threw me for a loop.
Yeah, when I was reading it, the first time I saw that too. The who mad you make
Yeah,
millions.
who mad you make millions and millions of dollars.
Yeah.
Like, what?
I saw that too.
Huh. I'd like for you guys just to improvise this scene,
Okay.
do the underbelly, don't look at the words. So Danny, that there's a real beat before you know, a real change of beats before you say, okay, maybe you're right. You know,
Oh, yeah, yeah,
I really need to see that change.
okay.
Because you
Okay.
really are angry at him for a reason. I mean, you just didn't betray him to betray him, you know? And,
Yeah.
and Stephen, I liked your before moment. Are you being brought in by some other guy who's manhandling you?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'd like you to play that a little bit more
Okay.
and improvise. Guys, don't look at your sides. Danny, I don't want you looking
Okay.
at your sides on the computer.
Okay.
Stephen, don't look
Okay.
at your sides. Let's put it in your own words, please.
Hey, don't touch me.
Hey, George, I'm happy to see you. How you doing, brother?
Yeah, we're not brothers, Diego.
What do you mean? You heard my feelings, George. What do you mean?
Oh, come on, man. You fuck.
Uh-oh. Stephen, you're frozen. Stephen, you're frozen, honey. Oh, boy. Stephen, you're going to have to come back in because you're frozen.
Okay.
Oh, wait a minute. Now
Sorry
you're
about
there.
Okay.
Well, what happened? That was really weird.
Yeah, it was. Should we start over?
I'm good now?
Yeah. I don't know what happened.
Yeah, it was weird. Danny was frozen on mine and I
Oh,
couldn't
really?
hear him at all.
Huh.
Yeah.
Weird.
Huh. Okay, let's start again, please. Sorry.
Okay.
This happened last night too. I think because of the high winds, it's screwing up all kinds of stuff right now.
Yeah, I've got really shoddy internet to begin with, so
Oh, okay. All right,
yeah.
here we go.
I'm fine, right? You can see me. I'm
Yeah,
not.
yeah.
you're fine
Yeah,
now,
I
yeah.
was just trying
Okay.
to tell you to come back in, but you don't need to now.
Okay. All right.
All right.
So just do the underbelly again.
Start over.
Okay. Hey, don't touch me.
George, my brother. What's the
We're
matter?
not brothers, Diego.
What are you talking about? You hurt my feelings. What are you talking about? Of course we're brothers.
Hey, Diego, you fucked me.
I fucked you. How did I fuck you? I did not fuck you.
Oh, come on. You went behind my back and you fucked me.
All right. So I did go behind your back. What of it?
Why? Why the fuck? Why'd you go behind my? Why'd you fuck me? Diego, why'd you fuck me?
Because who's made you millions of dollars? Who got your fucking Colombian wife? Who set you up with hundreds of people? Who's done all these wonderful things for you? Who's been a brother all the way along? Me. You know what?
So,
and as far as I'm concerned, you're out. No more. You can go sell drugs to your fucking little street gang buddies.
are
I
you
don't give a
fucking
fuck.
serious?
Yeah, I'm serious.
Oh, fuck.
All right. Don't be so sensitive. Still doesn't change things. You're still out.
Next time it's fucking loaded and I'm coming back.
Yeah. Sure you are. You're out.
Interesting. So just out of curiosity, Danny, why do you think that this guy is cutting Stephen out?
Why
Why are you cutting him out? Are you
am I
jealous?
cutting him out?
Well, just make a decision because I mean,
It's probably a
obviously,
business thing. He
Is
must
he-
have sold to somebody I didn't want him to sell to, or maybe some drugs, something came up short, maybe.
you think that's the case? Because I don't think that's the case. I think for some reason from your reading of it, I got that you were jealous of him. I mean, you introduced him to Pablo Escobar. You introduced him to his Colombian wife. You're the one who opened all these doors. Well, maybe he did shut you out by selling to his friends and not cutting you in. Is that it?
Yeah, it's probably, or he's not earning like he should, maybe.
What do you
I
think,
don't know if that
Stephen?
would.
So I kind of got it as like kind of a jealousy thing where uh Diego just wants the spotlight and wants to be the man. And so he just wants to kind of, take over and kind of, we got the taste of some power and some money and was just like, I'm doing this all myself. It's like a power play. It's kind of how I read it.
Yeah, maybe he just
Stuff like
doesn't
that.
need you anymore, huh?
Maybe he's getting starting to get a little too big. And it's making me nervous.
Got it. That's usually the case, you guys. That's what was I watching the other night? Oh, Malcolm X. Same thing happened with Malcolm X. His own people turned on him and had him killed, with Malcolm X, because he was getting bigger than, his Messiah. Interesting movie. I never watched it before. All right. So, Danny, I'm gonna have you, turn your camera off. And Stephen, I want you to think of a couple of physical things you can do to show this character. Like maybe the way you have your shoulders up, maybe the way you push the guy away and, shove him. Hey, don't touch me, maybe the way you slick back your hair. You're also probably much better good looking, much better looking than the other guy. Do you know what I mean? You're the white American and he's not.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
We're reading this time, right? Or he's reading. Yeah.
Yeah, you're reading with him.
Don't touch me. Don't touch me.
George, I am happy to see you. How are you, brother?
No more brothers, Diego.
Why do you say that? You hurt me, George. Of course we're brothers.
You fucked me, Diego.
I did not.
You went behind my back and you cut me out. You fucked me.
No, I never. I would not do that, George. Never.
I talked to Derek.
Well, maybe you're right. Maybe I did betray you a little bit. Yeah. So sad. George, I stole your California connection. So what? Who introduced you to Pablo Escobar? Me. Who introduced you to your fucking Colombian wife? Me. Who protected you when my friend Cesar Rosa was going to slice your fucking throat? Huh? Who made you millions and millions of dollars? Me. And what do I get in return? This? Accusations? I have always given you everything, George. Always. But that is over now. This is my operation, my dream. So go home, George. Go back to your stupid little life. You can sell half grams to your fucking relatives for all I care, because you are out. Because you are out. And don't be so emotional, George. We're brothers. We are brothers.
Next time, it's fucking loaded.
Okay, well, now I do get why he's upset at you. So he stole your California clients.
Yeah.
So Stephen, he stole your people, but I can
Mhm.
understand because he feels you stole his people. Do you know what I mean? That he gave you his people. Yeah. I liked what you did. But I wasn't fearful of you, Stephen.
Okay.
How can you make yourself more fearful? How can you make me fear you?
You want you to fear me or the other
Yeah.
way around? Me to be fearful.
No, I want you to make me afraid because I think that's what that when you pull the gun on him, you don't shoot him. Why?
Well, it's not loaded. So
Oh, okay. It's
yeah.
not loaded. All right. Yeah, there you go. So what he's saying just really pisses you off.
Yeah. And that yeah.
And also there's a line that you've got to hit. You kind of
Okay.
smiled on it, so it kind of lessened it. So if you're going to smile, you need to really smile as if you really know the truth, or not smile. And that is, I spoke to whatever his name is.
Okay.
Someone told you this, and you both know who that someone is. All right. So can we do it one more time? Well, you don't need to do it. Let's change roles because you're going to go in and practice it in the breakout rooms, and I'll still have you out before 9:30.
Okay.
All right.
So switch. So Danny will
Switch.
be
So Danny's
reading.
on.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm George now. Oh, okay. You mean, so I'm on video.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Same people. Okay.
Yeah. You're not George.
Okay. Okay. Good.
I may do it later. Who knows? But okay.
Oh,
All right. Can you lower your camera just a tinsy bit, Danny? So I
Sure.
see a little bit more of you in case you use your hands or anything. Yeah. Well, I don't want to cut off your head. Yeah, that's great. Right there. Great.
okay.
Okay.
Don't touch me.
George, I'm happy to see you. How are you, my brother?
No more brothers, Diego.
Why do you say that? You hurt me, George. Of course we're brothers.
Hold
You
on.
fuck me,
Danny,
Diego.
you can't be, hold on. Danny, you can't be rocking back and forth. It makes you look, it weakens your character. You
All right,
either
yeah,
have
I
to
didn't realize
sit
what it
up
was,
and you can lean back once, but you can't keep leaning back.
Okay.
This is, otherwise it takes away from the terse situation that's happening here.
Yeah.
Does that make sense, honey?
Yep. Yeah.
All right, start again. Thank you, guys.
Don't touch me.
George, I'm happy to see you. How are you, my brother?
No more brothers, Diego.
Why do you say that? You hurt me, George. Of course we're brothers.
You fuck me, Diego.
I did not.
You went behind my back and you cut me out. You fuck me.
No. I would never do that, George. Never.
I talked to Derek.
Well, maybe you're right. Maybe I did betray you a little bit. Yeah. So sad, George. I stole your California connection. So what? Who introduced you to Pablo Escobar? Me. Who introduced you to your fucking Colombian wife? Me. Who protected you when my friend Cesar Rosa was going to cut your fucking throat? Huh? Who made you millions and millions of dollars? Me. And what do I get in return? This? Accusations? I've always given you everything, George. Always. But this is over now. This is my operation, my dream. So go home, George. You can go back to your stupid little life. You can sell half grams to your fucking relatives for all I care, because you are out. Because you're out? Don't be so emotional, George. We're brothers. We are brothers.
Next time it's fucking loaded.
So, Danny, it appears to me that you really feel that you deserve this. And I think you probably do. You know, this guy's really set him up. And, you know, it's time for you to get your share and you haven't gotten it yet.
Yeah.
So I think that at some point you need to, when you're saying I introduced you to Pablo Escobar, you know, I think you need to build there, but reasonably build. Hey, I even introduced you to your Colombian wife.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, man, how much do you want? How much blood do you want from me? You know, I do
Right.
one little itty bitty thing after I've made you millions. And now it's time for me to have a little taste. And you're being very selfish about it. So that when he holds the gun on you, it's like, come on, calm down, calm him down. We're brothers. You see what I mean, Danny? So let's do
Yeah.
it one more time for you.
Okay.
Don't touch me.
George, I'm happy to see you. How are you, my brother?
No more brothers, Diego.
Why do you say that? You hurt me, George. Of course we are brothers.
You fucked me, Diego.
I did not.
You went behind my back and you cut me out. You fucked me.
No. No. I never. I would never do that, George. Never.
I talked to Derek.
Well, maybe you're right. Maybe I did betray you a little bit. Yeah. So sad, George. I stole your California connection. So what? Who introduced you to Pablo Escobar? Me. Who introduced you to your fucking Colombian wife? Me. Who protected you when my friend Cesar Rosa wanted to slice your fucking throat? Huh? Who made you millions and millions of dollars? Me. And what do I get in return? This? Accusations? I have always given you everything, George. Always. But that is over now. This is my operation, my dream. So go home, George. Go back to your stupid little life. You can sell half grams of your fucking relatives for all I care, because you are out. Because you're out? Don't be so emotional, George. We're brothers. We are brothers.
Next time it's fucking loaded.
Okay, that was much better. Danny, when you're cold reading, you're looking way off to your left. And you're doing a lot of reading. Is that where your
Yeah.
sides are?
Yeah.
All right.
Yes.
Well,
Yeah, they're over there.
yeah, I just want to make sure that you don't do it all the time, okay?
Okay.
Can you
Yeah.
bring them closer to the computer?
Yeah.
So you're not looking way over like this and then back.
Yeah.
You're way over here and then back and back. Ooh, God bless whoever's sneezing.
Oh, that was me. Sorry about that.
Oh, honey, are you getting a cold?
No, my allergies are just really bad.
Are you taking any medicine?
Yeah, I started taking like Claritin and like whatever the allergy medicine that I have. It takes a little while for it to kick in and start working all the time.
Yeah. You might want, everybody come back. You might want to think of taking some IP propyl or whatever it is. It's a nose spray. I take Claritin in the morning and the nose spray. It's the only thing that's going to work with all the winds and stuff. Okay, so let's bring up Andy and Kenny. And then I'm going to put everybody in the room. Where's Kenny? All right, Kenneth, lower it down. Kenny, lower it a little bit more. Okay. All right.
Okay, let me. What happened?
Andy, lower yours a little bit more too. I'm looking up your chin, Andy. Can you lower it just a tinsy bit?
Is this better?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hold on, hold on.
No, now Andy, it's gone back up. The computer's risen up again. It's like I'm looking up at you rather than looking straight on to you. Whoop. Well, now that's really straight up.
No, that was worse. Okay, hold on.
Ready? Kenneth, are you ready?
Yeah. Okay, give me a second. I can't find a script. I just downloaded. Okay. View details. And then get modified.
Got it?
Yeah.
Ready, Andy?
Almost. I'm still adjusting my camera.
Okay.
If I can make it bigger.
Now with these single shots of you guys, you can send this to agents. These are good things, Stephen and Andy and Danny for you guys and Jennifer for you guys to send to your agents or a foreign agent or manager. Because it's just you. All right, here we go.
Don't touch me.
George, I'm happy to see you. How are you, my brother?
No more brothers, Diego.
Why do you say that? You hurt me, George. Of course we're brothers.
You fucked me, Diego.
I did not.
You went behind my back and you cut me out. You fucked me.
No, I never. I would not do that, George. Never.
I talk to Derek.
Well, maybe you're right. Maybe I did betray you a little bit. Yeah. Yes. So sad, George. I stole your California connection. So what? Who introduced you to Pablo Escobar? Me. Who introduced you to your fucking Colombian wife? Me. Who protected you when my friend Cesar Rosa wanted to slice your fucking throat? Huh? Who made you millions and millions of dollars? Me. And what do I get in return? This? Accusations? I have always given you everything, George. Always. But that is over now. This is my operation, my dream. So go home, George. Go back to your stupid little life. You could sell half grams to your fucking relatives for all I care. Because you are out. You are out. Don't be so emotional, George. We're brothers. We are brothers.
Kenny, you have a line.
Yeah, next time. It's fucking loaded.
That was good, Andy. Really good. Kenneth?
Yeah.
Rather than use a sock that flops, which had a whole different meaning for me. I think that you use a glass case or your hand. Do you know what I mean?
Okay.
Now, I'd like you, when we do this again, Kenny, for you for you to do the before moment, okay?
Okay.
You know, get your hands off me, you know, however you do that, however you decide to do that, all right? I liked how you listened to him a lot, Kenneth.
Okay.
And I liked how you took your time listening to him. You know, I think, you know, if I were doing this, Kenneth, look at me. If I were doing this, I'd pull the gun from your back like you're going to do your hair and, do you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I would use a surprise element somehow for your character, I think.
Okay.
Andy, I loved how you progressively got angrier and angrier and angrier. I really liked that. It really made sense to me because it showed me that you, totally different from Danny, and just as good, how this had been simmering in you a long time. And that you'd been sitting on this like captive volcano for a long time. This kid who you've helped out all this time would complain about something as trivial as his California connections. It's like, oh, give it a break, you know, and that you've had it. So I liked what you did. I kind of don't want to change that. The only thing I would like to change is the ending for you. I'd kind of like to see when he pulls, when you go, you know, you go back like this or whatever. Hey, you know, come on, we're brothers. I'd like you to, I liked where you ended it, but between that moment and ending it, I'd like to see a different beat change. I liked how you laughed at the end. I thought that was really cool. But for a moment, hey, you know, come on, we are brothers. You saved his life, for God's sakes.
Okay.
You know, whatever you can do. So, all right. So, Kenneth, you're going to read for Andy now.
Okay.
Turn off your camera, Kenny. There you go.
Don't touch me.
George, I'm happy to see you. How are you, my brother?
No more brothers, Diego.
Why do you say that? You hurt me, George. Of course we are brothers.
You fucked me, Diego.
I did not.
You went behind my back and you cut me out. You fucked me.
No, I would not do that, George. Never.
I talked to Derek.
Well, maybe you are right. Maybe I did betray you a little bit. Yeah. So sad, George. So what? I stole your California connection. Who introduced you to Pablo Escobar? Me. Who introduced you to your fucking Colombian wife? Me. Who protected you when my friend Cesar Rosa wanted to slice your fucking throat, huh? Who made you millions and millions of dollars? Me. And what do I get in return? This? Accusations? I have always given you everything, George. Always. But that is over now. This is my operation, my dream. So go home, George. Go back to your stupid little life. You can sell half grams to your fucking relatives for all I care. Because you are out. You are out. And don't be so emotional, George. We're brothers. We are brothers.
Next time, it's fucking loaded.
Really good. Andy, let me ask you to do one change here, okay? Do you mind?
Mhm.
I want you to like, who introduced you to Pablo Escobar? Me. Let's be less dramatic there and do the drama at the end. Who introduced you to your what? Me. Do you know what I mean? Me.
Mhm.
Let's try that. I want to see you be a little less dramatic there and do it at the end.
Okay.
So just do that one part. Kenny, can you lead him in there?
Yeah. Let's see. Me. What's my line before that? Okay. I talked to Derek.
Well, maybe you're right. Maybe I did betray you a little bit. Yeah. Yeah, so sad, George. I stole your California connection. So what? Who introduced you to Pablo Escobar? Me. Who introduced you to your fucking Colombian wife? Me. Who protected you when my friend Cesar Rosa wanted to slice your fucking throat? Huh? Who made you millions and millions of dollars? Me. And what do I get in return? This? Accusations? I have always given you everything, George. Always. But that is over now. This is my operation, my dream. So go home, George. Go back to your stupid little life. You can sell half grams to your fucking relatives for all I care. Because you are out. You are out. And don't be so emotional, George. We're brothers. We are brothers.
Next time, it's fucking loaded.
Good. Okay, everybody come back. Nice. So you can see with some physical activity how it helps you with some stuff. So I'm going to put you in rooms. All right. Where's Kenny? Kenny, come back. And I'm going to give you, let's say, 15 minutes. Do you think that's enough time for you to work with it different ways? I'd like you guys to try it 3 different ways, using Meissner technique of 3 different ways with 3 different emotions. And then when you do it for me, you'll see it'll really layer itself real nicely. Okay. So it is, let me see, it's about 8:21. So let me get you into your breakout rooms and think of physical things you can do, really. So room 1 is going to be Jennifer and Marco. Room 2 is going to be Danny and Stephen. And room 3 will be Andy and Kenneth. All right, I'm opening the rooms. Please accept them. Okay, kids. Were you able to work this out a little bit more?
Hmm?
A little bit more.
You know, I just want you guys to think in terms of physical things that you can do in these limited environments that are going to help your character come across to the casting director. And it only takes little bitty things, you know, to make it work. You don't want to go overboard with props or too many costumes or anything like that, because that makes you look like you're too needy, like you're too desperate. But adding little things to the characterization is very impressive. I don't know if you guys noticed, and if you were observing each other, how different it was when you all added a little bit of physicalness to it. I mean, did you guys see the difference? Any difference? It made, to me, a great difference. I was very impressed. And not only that, it helps your character, it helps you start to come a little bit more alive with your character. Because all these techniques that I'm teaching you are just a springboard again for you guys over a swimming pool that you can jump on to help you into your character, you know, into the water. And it's little teeny things are just remarkable. You know, when you watch them, just little itty bitty things where you go, oh, that's awesome. Did anybody watch The House of Gucci?
Yeah, I saw it.
Lady Gaga was phenomenal.
Yeah.
Did
she
anybody
was.
watch Coda, which was about the deaf people? Oh my God, the guy won, he won, you know, best supporting character. He was from nowhere, but he was just so wonderful with how he expressed himself and what he was feeling. It was just amazing work, you know, in a cast. And even watching Michael Keaton in Dope Land. Anybody see that yet? Very interesting. You need to take a look at it. It's about, you know, when they were putting out not, oh, what was that stuff that was killing people? It's like speed, but it's not. It's they were using,
Amphetamines?
no, it was for painkillers. It wasn't Vicodin, it was,
Fentanyl.
yeah. How many thousands of people it killed. And you need to see it because he plays a doctor in it, and it's prescribed to him for his pain, which is what most of this was prescribed for. Mediocre pain that just devastated people. It was such an addicting drug. So start to watch some of these things, because you're going to see some amazing physical things, like even the morning show with Jennifer Aniston. You know, it's some really great work when you look at actresses and actors who really can define themselves through just the minutest little things. It's just
I've been
beautiful.
binging on the morning show since you mentioned it last week.
Oh, isn't it amazing?
Yeah,
It's just, you just don't want it to stop.
yeah.
Now I'm binging on Catherine the Great. If you have a chance, please watch it on Hulu with Ellie Fanning. It's written so brilliant. So wonderful. And it's such a spoof, especially with what's, Russia's becoming right now. All right, so let me put up, if you don't mind, I'd like to put up Stephen first, only because he's got to be somewhere at 9:30. So I'm gonna get, what? Stephen, did you say something, babe?
No, I just did the
Okay.
double guns. Bang bang.
You shot me down, bang, bang. I hit the ground, bang, bang. All right, everybody turn off their cameras.
I have to. Okay. Okay. It's for a reason.
I know.
Don't touch me.
George, I'm happy to see you. How are you, my brother?
No more brothers, Diego.
I'm starting you over again. Do you know why? Forgive me. Do you know why? Danny, you were just sitting there waiting for Stephen to talk. I don't want you to. You're seeing the guy drag him in.
Okay. All
I
right.
think you're highly amused. And even if you aren't, for the audition, you can't just be sitting there. I want you to bring in a before life. All right, let's start
Okay.
again.
Okay. Don't touch me.
George, I'm happy to see you. How are you, my brother?
No more brothers, Diego.
Why do you say that? You hurt me, George. Of course we were brothers.
You fucked me, Diego.
I did not.
You went behind my back and cut me out. You fucked me.
No, I never did that, George. Never.
I talked to Derek.
Well, maybe you're right. Maybe I did betray you a little bit. Yeah. So sad, George. I stole your California connection. So what? Who introduced you to Pablo Escobar? Me. Who introduced you to your fucking Colombian wife? Me. Who protected you when my friend Cesar Rosa wanted to cut your fucking throat? Huh? Who made you millions and millions of dollars? Me. And what do I get in return? This? Accusations? I've always given you everything, George. Always. But that is over now. This is my operation, my dream. So go home, George. Go back to your stupid little life. You can sell fucking half grams to your relatives for all I care. You are out. You are out. And don't be so emotional, George. My brother, we are brothers.
Next time it's fucking loaded.
Get him out of
Nice,
here.
nice. That was really, really nice.
Thank you.
So I want to do something really interesting right now. Andy, come on in. Danny, go on out. Andy, do this with Stephen. And then
Okay.
Danny, you're going to be doing this afterwards. Okay. Hold on, let's just see what happens.
Do you like same physical, like kind of played
No.
the same that I was?
Play off each other. Play off
Okay.
each other. You never want to do the same because it'd be
Okay.
boring, wouldn't it? I mean, there's a thing that we all talk about when I was doing plays, if my play went over a year, 2 years at the most, I left. because, I couldn't create anymore. I couldn't make it different. So Andy's going to be different with you, Stephen, and you're going to have to be different with Andy
Okay.
because you guys are going to react differently. Let's see what happens.
Okay. Don't touch me.
George, I am happy to see you. How are you, my brother?
No more brothers, Diego.
Why do you say that? You hurt me, George. Of course we are brothers.
You fucked me, Diego.
I did not.
You went behind my back and cut me off. You fucked me.
No, I never. I would not do that, George. Never.
I talked to Derek.
Well, maybe you are right. Maybe I did betray you a little bit. Yeah. Yeah. So sad, George. I stole your California connection. So what? Who introduced you to Pablo Escobar? Me. Who introduced you to your fucking Colombian wife? Me. Who protected you when my friend, Cesar Rosa, wanted to slice your fucking throat, huh? Who made you millions and millions of dollars? Me. And what do I get in return? This? Accusations? I have always given you everything, George. Always. But that is over now. This is my operation, my dream. So go home, George. Go back to your stupid little life. You can sell half grams to your fucking relatives for all I care, because you are out. You are out. And don't be so emotional, George. We're brothers. We are brothers.
Next time it's fucking loaded.
So Stephen, come back in. That was really good, both of you. Andy,
Mhm.
it would have been a real interesting moment. Just try one moment when you snort the cocaine, offer it to him. Stephen, turn him down. See the difference between the two characters there? One is disciplined, one isn't. Do you understand? Now we've got some two characterizations going. So just when you snort it, that I just want that one little part, offer it to Stephen, see how he reacts.
Okay. Well, maybe you are right. Maybe I did betray you a little bit. Yeah. Yeah. So sad, George. I stole your California connection. So what? Who introduced you to Pablo Escobar? Me. Who introduced you to your fucking Colombian wife? Me. Who protected you when my friend, Cesar Rosa, wanted to slice your fucking throat, huh? Who made you millions and millions of dollars? Me. And what do I get in return? This? Accusations? I have always given you everything, George. Always. But that is over now. This is my operation, my dream. So go home, George. Go back to your stupid little life. You can sell half grams to your fucking relatives for all I care, because you are out. You are out. Don't get so fucking emotional, George. We're brothers. We are brothers.
Next time it's fucking loaded.
Good. Did that bring any emotions to you guys? There was definitely a change in you, Andy.
Yeah, for whatever reason, it kind of changed what I did. Yeah.
And it right off the bat, it made each character very interesting. Because one was disciplined, not taking the drugs, the other one was, and getting more and more hostile, which made, with what he was saying, and it made more sense to me. Also because he wouldn't partake with you either. It showed me that he never played with you. It was always about him and never about you. So it was really interesting. This is what I'm talking about, little things like that. Really good work. All right, Stephen, I know you have to go, but wait. We're going to bring up Danny. Wait a minute. First, I've got to bring up, not Danny, who was doing it? Kenny and
Danny or
no,
Andy?
no, Kenny, who are you doing this with? Everybody come back. Where's Kenny and who was Kenny working with?
I was doing it with Kenny.
All right, so did you already do it with Kenny? No, so I
No,
need
not
to
yet.
be Kenny and Andy, Kenneth and Andy, and then I want to see Danny with Kenneth. So Stephen, if you have to leave, go ahead, sweetheart.
I could watch a performance,
Okay. All right,
and then I kind of have to bugger on out after that.
Okay.
But I could watch.
all right. So Danny and Andy and Kenneth, and then Danny, you'll sit in with Kenneth, okay?
All right.
Don't touch me.
Wait a minute.
George.
Kenny,
Huh?
wait, you're just looking dead on at the camera and saying,
Oh.
don't touch me. I mean, who's touching you? Where are they, babe?
I think the Caesar's touching me.
No. Yes, but Andy's not Caesar.
Okay.
Is he?
Mhm.
No.
Okay.
Look, there's another guy who's dragging you in the room.
Okay.
So push him away or fight him for a second.
Okay.
Here we go.
Don't touch me.
George, I am happy to see you. How are you, my brother?
No more brothers, Diego.
Why do you say that? You hurt me, George. Of course we're brothers.
You fucked me, Diego.
I did not.
You went behind my back and you cut me out. You fucked me.
No, I never. I would not do that, George. Never.
I talked to Derek.
Well, maybe you are right. Maybe I did betray you a little bit. Yeah. So sad, George. I stole your California connection. So what? Who introduced you to Pablo Escobar? Me. Who introduced you to your fucking Colombian wife? Me. Who protected you when my friend Cesar Rosa wanted to slice your fucking throat, huh? Who made you millions and millions of dollars? Me. And what do I get in return? This? Accusations? I have always given you everything, George. Always. But that is over now. This is my operation, my dream. So go home, George. Go back to your stupid little life. You can sell half grams to your fucking relatives for all I care. Because you are out. You're out. Don't get so emotional, George. We're brothers. We are brothers.
Next time, it's fucking loaded.
Kenneth, come back here. When you pointed it at your head, I swear to God, Kenneth, I thought you were going to turn it on and start brushing your hair. Oh God, that was really funny, that moment. I'm sorry. Kenneth with his hair dryer. Good. All right, Kenneth, you're going to do this now with Danny. Come on
Okay.
in, Danny.
I gotta take off, guys.
All right, Stephen,
See you,
be
Stephen.
well.
Thanks,
Have a
Stephen.
wonderful night.
Yeah,
Be well.
you too.
See you guys next week.
Yeah. So, Kenneth,
Yeah.
I need to find a couple of things for you,
Okay.
physical things for you to do. If you're going to point at the very beginning, don't touch me,
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
then I think you gotta, I don't mind you doing it. Don't touch me.
Uh-huh.
I
Like
don't mind
this.
you doing it, but
Okay.
but I want to see something like, don't touch me. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Okay.
got your arm or something, so we know you're not talking to him. You're
Uh-huh.
talking to somebody else, because you're not talking to Caesar.
Okay.
You're talking to another guy who's dragged you in, or you
Mhm.
know, pushed you in.
Okay.
All right, here we go.
Don't touch me.
George, I'm happy to see you. How are you, my brother?
No more brothers, Diego.
Why do you say that? You hurt me. Of course we're brothers.
You fucked me.
I did not.
You went behind my back and you cut me out. You fucked me.
No, I never. I would never do that, George. Never.
I talked to Derek.
Well, maybe you're right. Maybe I did betray you a little bit. Yeah. So sad, George. So what? Who introduced you to Pablo Escobar? Me. Who introduced you to your fucking Colombian wife? Me. Who protected you when Cesar Rosa was going to cut your fucking throat? Huh? Who made you millions and millions of dollars? Me. And what do I get in return? This? Accusations? I've always given you everything, George. But that's over now. This is my operation, so you can go back to your stupid little life. You can sell half grams to your fucking relatives for all I care, because you are out. You are out. Don't be so emotional, George. We are brothers.
Next time, it's fucking loaded.
Yeah? Get him out of here. Get him out of here.
Okay, I really need to see you guys improvise this. Danny, you were just reading way too much off to the side again.
Okay.
I can't have you. It's a good role for you, and I can't have you doing that.
Yeah.
Kenneth, you were just bizarre, which it actually worked. I mean, you picked certain things to do that actually worked. Um, um, is there another physical thing, Kenneth, you can add into there? Listening to him. I don't want you touching your hair,
Okay.
but
Mm, hmm.
I mean,
Does-
even you leaning forward just now was interesting. Like you're listening intently to him,
uh,
you know?
like this.
Yeah, but your arms were, they were, you went like this. It was really interesting. You went like,
Oh,
you know what I mean? You had your arms stretched out.
uh,
All right, what are you going to say for yourself? Do you know what I mean?
yeah.
So just improvise it. You don't have to improvise the whole scene, just improvise it. Just whatever you want. Danny, I don't want you looking at it that way. I think, Danny, you need to, if you're going to be talking to someone, is he to your left or right on the screen right now?
Right. She is over there. That would be to my left.
So he's over to your left? Or your sides
The
are to your
script
left?
is to my left. I
Right.
guess, yeah, Kenneth is over there too.
And
Pretty much,
Kenneth
he's
is
pretty
over,
much straight ahead.
Kenneth is straight ahead on his, because
Yeah.
I would put your sides on the other side because it won't look so obvious that you're looking at them. Try
Okay.
that. Let's see
All
how
right.
that works.
Yeah. A lot of it, I keep getting hung up. I don't know, for some reason, the script, I keep getting lost in that section.
Well, it's a lot of words, and I don't think that you've made it yours yet. That's
No.
why I just want you to improvise. Forget
Okay.
the sides. You guys just
Okay.
play with
All
it
right.
for a second. And action.
Don't touch me.
Hey, George, my brother. How you doing?
Not your brother, Diego.
You're breaking my heart. What do you mean? Of course we're brothers.
Brothers don't fuck them behind your back.
What are you talking about? I didn't fuck you. I didn't fuck anybody.
You fucked me.
I did
You
not.
think you went behind my back without me knowing it? Think.
No. No, I didn't. I don't know what you're talking about, George.
Let me give you a little bit hint. Guess who I talked to?
Who?
Yeah, Derek.
Oh. You talked to Derek, huh? Well, yeah. Maybe I did fuck you a little bit.
You did.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, so sad, George. So I stole your California connection. Who introduced you to Pablo Escobar, huh? Me. Who introduced you to that beautiful wife of yours, huh? Me. And who kept you from getting your fucking throat cut? Huh? Who kept you from that? And now, this is what I get in return? You're going to do this to me? You know,
No, I have something better for you. How about a bullet to your head?
you don't have balls to put a bullet in my head.
Guess what? You want to bet on it?
Go ahead. Yeah. No
Next
bullets.
time, next time you won't be this lucky. Go fuck yourself.
Yeah, go fuck it. Get him out of here. Just get him the fuck out of here. I don't want to ever see you again.
That was so much better. Oh my God, Danny, and you knew all the words.
Yeah, I know.
You knew all
I
the
know.
words. We
Yeah.
get in our own way trying to be perfect. And you just don't need to be. And Kenneth, 1,000 times better. Kenneth?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it was 1,000 times better. And even you leaning forward like that was really cool.
Okay.
You know, you started to bring characters alive rather than just words. Does this make
Yeah.
sense to you? It was
Yeah,
so
it felt
much
a lot
better. And
Yeah.
Danny, I knew you knew it. You were fumbling because you thought you didn't know, but you knew it.
Yeah.
And it
I
was
know.
so much more organic. So you guys, you need to do underbelly always with your scripts. It will help you so much.
Okay.
Okay. All right, Miss Jennifer, Mr. Muckle. All right, kids. I'm just going to have you improvise this scene first. Okay. And then we'll bring it back to whatever you've done with it. Let's see what happens.
Okay.
Marco, I don't want you turning sideways doing that. Because this is what it looks like, baby. I want you to see what it looks like. It just doesn't work. You're going like this. This is fake to me.
Okay.
Just turn towards camera and just do one turn. Do you mind if we pull over and park? Okay, hold on. Let me get off here. All right.
Okay. Do you mind if we park for a while?
Sounds great. I'd love to do that.
Huh?
Well, Marty, come on. I'm just about 18 years old. It's not like I've never parked with anybody before.
What? I'm not getting it.
Marty, you seem kind of nervous. Are you okay?
No. Lorraine. Hey, what are you doing?
What do you mean?
You drink?
Well, you seemed kind of nervous and I swiped it from the old lady's liquor cabinet earlier. Here.
No. Why would you drink?
I mean, God, why not? I mean, everybody who's anybody drinks nowadays.
Well, you're gonna regret it later. And what? You smoke too? What is
Mark,
wrong with you?
you're beginning to sound just like my mother. God.
Well, okay. There's something I need to talk to you about. It's hard for me to say, okay? You know where you're in a situation where you have to act a certain way and you actually don't know how to act that way?
Mhm.
Do you get what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I mean, kind of like how you're supposed to act maybe on a first date.
A date?
Mhm.
Not exactly sure, but
You know what?
kinda.
I think I know exactly what you're talking about.
What am I talking about?
You know, like how you're so nervous right now and everything. You know what I do when I'm nervous like that?
What?
I don't worry about it.
Lorraine?
Oh, God, I'm so sorry. God, this is awkward. I don't know what it was, but when I kissed you just now, it was like kissing my brother or my father or something. You know what? This just isn't working. I'm so sorry. That was so it's not making any sense. It probably doesn't make any sense to you. You know what? Just never mind about the whole thing. God, did I do that?
Believe me, I know exactly what you're saying. Duh.
was really cute. That was so cute. Oh, that was really very, very natural and delightful, you guys. Really. And you know, Marco, you took my direction and you didn't make it so big at the end. You know what I mean? It was so much more natural.
Yep.
So let's see what you guys do now, what you had planned.
Okay. Do you mind if you park for a while?
No, that's a great idea. I'd love to park.
Huh?
Well, Marty, I'm almost 18 years old. It's not like I've never parked before with anybody.
What?
Marty. You seem so nervous. I mean, is there something wrong? Oh, God.
No, Lorraine, what are you doing?
I just swiped it from the old lady's liquor cabinet.
Yeah, well, you shouldn't drink
Why not? Here,
because you might regret it later in life.
God, Marty, don't be such a square, okay? Everybody who's anybody drinks. I mean, come on.
Jesus, and you smoke too?
Marty, you're beginning to sound just like my mother.
Well, Lorraine, geez, that's hard for me to say. Have you ever been in a situation where, well, you know, you have to act a certain way, but when you get there, you don't know how, if you can get through with it?
I mean, you mean kind of how you're supposed to act on a first date?
Well, sort of.
You know what? I think I know exactly what you mean.
You do?
And you know what I do in these situations?
What?
I don't worry about it.
Lorraine?
Oh God, this isn't right. I I don't know what it is, but when I kissed you, something's wrong. It almost feels like I don't know, I'm kissing my brother or my father or something. You know what? I don't understand. It's just wrong. Okay, maybe that doesn't make any sense. Maybe it does. I don't know.
Believe me,
Ooh,
it makes perfect sense.
that's good.
Really good. Oh, so much better. You guys take a look at this stuff tonight. Everybody come back. Take a look at it tonight and see the differences, the difference in what you're doing. I mean, just little things like that. Jennifer, really great. Marco wiping your face down. And it was funny, 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 funny. I mean, you could have even taken it even further, Jennifer. I loved with the cigarette thing, you know, when women kind of are showing off with the cigarette and you, well, I know what to do. And she puts it out, you know. You know, I mean, this is really a fun role for you, Jennifer, and you're perfect for it, just perfect. And Marco, very funny. Whew, I love the wipe.
Me too.
Was when you even kind of you rang it out once, like it was too wet. Really funny. And it's fun to watch yourselves because I'm sure when you do these things, you do them unconsciously. Kenny, where are you? Kenny. Anyway, you do these things unconsciously and you don't really see them unless you look back at yourselves and see them. So take a look at it. I've been downloading them. They stay up, I think, only for a certain amount of time, but there's a bunch of them up there, you guys. Is anybody looking?
I watched a lot of them the other day.
Can you see a big difference?
I could definitely from the begin, I tried to watch certain scenes from the very beginning when you're posting up until not too recently, because then I'll get I can't do that, but midway, and I was like, yeah, I see a difference.
Oh, wait till you see it from midway to here. It's a huge difference.
I'm not there yet.
But you all should look because tonight you did really good work and you began to develop isms. I call them little isms, the character that the character would have. Even, you know, Kenny, with you putting your arms like this and leaning forward. It took an aggressive thing, which made Danny lean back a little bit and respond. It's action, reaction. And it's so important for you guys to really start now to define physical things when you get a character, even if you don't know the character, because it makes the character come alive. So we don't have quite a lot of people tonight, so we can end early unless you guys want to do something else. I feel like I'm doing Hollywood Squares,
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind doing another scene, but I mean, if everybody else wants to end early, that's fine too.
Well, we can take a
Either way.
majority vote. I mean, I'd like to end early because I've got to still look for your scenes for next week. I have no idea what happened to Noelle. I feel terrible about it. I truly hope she's okay.
Yeah, I hope she just overslept or something.
I hope so. And Roxy, she wrote me a note saying she was going to be late, and then while we were having class, wrote me another note saying she's just not making it. I don't know. I mean, what scene would you like to try, Andy? Does anybody want to do a different scene with Andy?
Well, I think Toni wants to rest. I wants to end early so she could
I-
find our scenes.
Yeah, it takes me at least an hour to download this or upload it, and then it takes me another 45 minutes to find you scenes for next week. It's not as easy as it appears to be.
Yeah, that's fine. We can, yeah.
If you don't
can end early.
mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd like it. It's just
You were
me.
all amazing tonight.
I
Danny,
thought-
Andy,
Thank you,
Kenneth,
Marco.
and of
Oh,
course
thank you.
Jennifer.
Yeah,
Really,
was so
I
good.
thought,
thank you, Marco.
wasn't it? It just, you guys really, it's like a joy for me to watch as a teacher, how you take just a little bit of direction and just go with it. You run with it. And I hope you could feel it inside, the characters, how they start to really come to life.
Actually, Andy and
Yeah.
Danny do it so differently, but both so interestingly. As in, you're
Yeah.
both owning it. Because Danny, it's a bit more, there's a bit of humor. I mean, he
Yeah.
doesn't take things seriously. And then you have Andy, who's pretty serious and heavy about it. But, they're both so, it's like you're both owning it. It's like the way it should be. When I watch it, it's like, it's how it should be done. How Andy does it. When Danny does it, it's like, it's how it should be done. So I guess it's being authentic, right?
Well, it's
Thank you,
it's
Marco.
finding it. It's really, Marco, and thank you for saying that. It's really finding, searching for the character. I mean, you're only doing these scenes from a cold read. It's amazing how quickly you've created character tonight, which is hard to do, very hard to do. And I think that the learning lesson for all of us is physical. Little physical things that we can do will help the character become alive. Like the last time Danny did it, and he was just like talking, he was hurt. Or the way that Andy did it, where he was so angry and agitated at him. And one of the things that I got from when Andy did it, when he offered him the cocaine, it was like, he refused to do it with him, almost as if Andy was beneath him, with Stephen. And that was a whole nother ballpark. Whereas Kenneth just ignored it, didn't even care about it, was into who he was and not even aware of who the other guy was. And, all this it makes it real interesting to listen to and watch. Because then the story becomes alive.
Kenneth sounded so well when he modulated his voice. It's like there was a new dimension to him.
Was there a new dimension to you, Kenneth?
When he was modulating his voice, it was pretty good. It sounded pretty But
Oh, what's that?
when you were modulating your voice,
Oh, okay. Yeah.
it sounded good.
Well, thank you. I only have two. So this is my non-comic voice. Like, right, like this.
Yeah, because it was perfect for your character.
Yeah. The world.
And then actually, Andy, it was so natural when you started. Normally, when I'm given, directions, like those little things to insert in after being given direction, right? And then you overthink it, and then it doesn't seem natural because now you have to write it into your actions, and then sometimes it's like then the camera can read. You're thinking of, okay, now's the time for me to snort, right? You find it, but you do it so naturally, and so that's why I think this exercise is very good because we're able to incorporate it naturally in our.
Yeah, and if you notice
for
the
sure.
second time that he did the cocaine thing, he did it in a different spot, and he went right from snorting it into a whole different feel, and it was real interesting to me. You brought it into how the character would talk after they snorted it. It was much more realistic. And when Jennifer was putting on her lipstick, and you were rushing her for a second, and she just wouldn't rush. She just was putting on her lipstick and blotting it, and then getting the cigarette. It was funny. I mean, there were some really wonderful little moments tonight. So if you have a chance, look at it, you guys. All right, I'll find your scenes. Huh?
I will eventually.
Why do you say you're not
Okay,
ready
fine.
for it, Jennifer?
Because I don't like to watch things that I've done recently. I don't know why.
Oh, I don't blame you. Listen, I hate it. I could never watch myself on TV anyway. It's only 100 years later that I'm able to even watch myself.
Yeah, because
Yeah, I don't like watching myself either.
Oh, it's
I
horrible.
would have
Yeah,
a tough
because
time with
it's
it.
I don't know, it kind of makes you self-conscious, just and you're as you're watching yourself, like there's a temptation to just like dissect everything you're doing, and yeah.
Well, I don't know about you guys, but do you find that when you first watch yourself, you hate yourself? And then when you watch it again, you don't hate yourself so much? You start to study yourself
Yeah,
a little
exactly.
more, and like
Or if
Andy
I
goes,
don't-
huh?
If I don't see it for a while and then I come back and look at it again, I'll see it completely differently. And if it's fresh in my head, I guess then I have a tendency to tear it to pieces and
Well,
analyze it.
that's because we're artists. Artists have a tendency to tear themselves apart. That's why I say when you get to a certain point, well, like for example, with most plays, you rehearse it 6 weeks. The reason you don't rehearse it longer is that it becomes too technical after that. I worked with a very famous director, writer. He was the brother of the guy who did Get Smart. And his name was Dick Yarmy. And Dick Yarmy found an original very funny play about, this woman who meets this guy in a park, and she's like carrying a knife and kind of crazy, which was, of course, me. And the first time he directed us, we were amazing. We got a standing ovation. We did it several different places. We did it for elderly people. We got standing ovations the whole time. Then he decided to direct it and direct it and direct it and direct it. And he so directed it that 3 months later, we were numb. There just was so many notes constantly going through our heads that we just wanted to commit suicide. And there's a comedy group of really famous comics called Yarmy's Army, some of the famous comics of today, and they all came to see the show, and not one laugh. Not one laugh. Because we were so over directed, we were like dying. We didn't even, there was no realness to it. It was just like, do what he said. So there's a certain point where you have to listen to the director, and then there's a certain point where you have to connect with yourself and say, this is the right way for me.
I'm glad I heard this tonight because I did a doctor scene, right? I drove in Vegas, and after I did the scene, the producer sent me a clip of the actual action, and after he said that, I kind of felt depressed because it was like my energy was so high, I wasn't matching that my patient. So it's like, so I was driving 240 miles back, and it's like, because I watched it, right? Maybe I shouldn't have watched it because it felt so bad and the ride felt so long. And it was like, my God, it was so depressing.
Oh, you did
It's like,
the I could have, would have, should have stuff?
yeah, it was so
Oh my
hard.
God,
It was
forget
so
that.
terrible. It was like, I left Vegas at 7, I got home at 11. So driving at night, 240 miles, it was just, and it went going on and on in my, and I wanted to park and watch it again. It's like, shit, what my God, it's so bad. That's how I feel it's a bit better now when I watch it again, but I still feel bad about it. So, but it
What do you
was so
feel bad
bad.
about?
You didn't watch it after. It's just depressing. It's better, right? That's why it's better if you don't get a clip of what you just did. Anyway, yeah, it's hard. It's so hard.
Did he over direct you?
Well, yeah, he gave additional instructions when I was there, so it's like, anyway, no, I mean, but yeah, exactly. That's why maybe you shouldn't watch. Really, you shouldn't be sent
You're
a clip.
always, Marco, you're always gonna hate yourself when you see yourself. It's like, oh God, ooh, who could believe that? Well, who can believe it is people who aren't you. You know who you are. So you're comparing it. Do you know what I'm saying, Marco? Whereas people who have no idea who you are looking at it going, oh, that's really cool. That's why most directors will not let their actors watch the dailies. Do you know that?
No.
I think it's very important to watch the dailies because for me, I can see how I can adjust myself, and fix things, especially as a mime. I could see placement and, create my illusions, really, really quickly there. But most directors do not want actors to watch their dailies because 90% of the time the actor will say it's horrible, I hate it, the lighting's wrong, I look shitty, I don't have the character. And they're like, what are you talking about? That's not what they're seeing. You're seeing Marco trying to be the doctor. They're seeing Marco the doctor. Does that make sense, Marco?
Yep. Well,
So-
yeah. See, that's why it's nice we talked about this.
Yes, okay. All right, kiddos. I'll see you next week, okay?
Okay.
Thank
All right.
you.
All right. Thanks, everyone.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.
night.
Thank you. Good
Bye,
night.
everybody.
Good job, Jennifer.
All right.
Good job.